Yo, what's going on, gang? Today we are covering settings. We got season 3 coming, Rebirth Island is coming, and if you are like me, Rebirth Island was your home, you gotta be ready for it, okay? So I'm going over settings. I want you guys to have the best shots possible. I want you to be able to hear, I want you to be able to see, okay? We're gonna cover graphics last. I want to go ahead and cover like console and PC first, and then graphics will really just be for PC. Let's go ahead and hop over to controller. So look, if you are playing on controller, obviously you're going to need to have pristine settings. A lot of people think like fast sensitivities, all this other stuff. It's shit, bro. I'm telling you, like the best players in the world are not rocking super crazy sensitivities. And I'll explain it when we get to it. So look, I play on a PlayStation 4 controller. I play on PC, but this is a Scuff. It's a Scuff Infinity PS4 controller. Back in the day, PS3 used to shoot with the bumpers, so I like shooting with the bumpers. I flipped my triggers and bumpers, so I inverted that. You do not have to do that. For me personally, it's more comfortable. In the same sense, I have a Xbox Scuff right here. So I mean, I very versatile with controllers. I use all kinds of different controllers, but I use PlayStation 4 predominantly for COD with that flipped. Button layout set to default. Controller vibration off, that's a big one. It's really hard to get used to at first, but it's worth it. I mean, you don't want anything distracting you from your shot. You don't want anything that can actually hinder your shot. If the controller's vibrating, it's going to vibrate the hands. If you want precision, the thumb's moving, you're not going to get that level of precision with full vibration. There's no shot. Dead zone input, you want to make that as low as you can without stick drift. I keep mine at 3 on both of them, and I don't have any crazy stick drifts. I can test it. Looks like the right one has like minimal, but even then I can like flick the stick around. It's not a problem. So I really don't have any stick drift with this controller. Maybe if I like press the joystick and let go of it like very gently, but if I'm like not normally playing, I'm not gonna have any stick drift at 0.3. So make that as low as you can without having that stick drift. Tactical flip, the only reason it says flipped is because I flip my triggers, but tactical is what I play on. What that does is it makes it where you crouch with the right stick and you melee with circle or B if you're on Xbox. You use that for slide canceling. Getting on over to aiming, I play on a 6.6 sensitivity. The big thing here, if you hit show more, you'll see that it says 1.0 on both of these. You have to change this. So what you do to change that, because I think default's at 1.25, with it being at 1.25, it makes your sensitivity in the middle. So let's say you put it at 6, but your multiplier is at 1.25. That's really a 6.5 sensitivity. A lot of people had a hard time getting used to sense in this game because of that. Click on the sense, go to custom, change this down to 1.0, go back and change it to whatever you want, but I prefer 6. It's not too fast, not too slow. The thing about a fast sensitivity, people are like, you can't turn on someone with a 6 sensitivity. If you're using like an 8, a 10, a 12, and you turn on somebody, if this is the person behind you, you are here, and you turn and you look past this person, you have to look back at them. That's not as fast as being able to turn and be directly on target rather than looking past. I'm telling you, 6 is perfect. If you don't believe me, just go watch any of my 40, 50 bombs I've dropped in Warzone in the past 3 years. It's been with the 6.6 sensitivity. All right. I mean, it proofs in the pudding, bro. Sensitivity multiplier, all that's set to 1.0. Vertical aim axis is all standard. Aim response curve type dynamic. A lot of people like doing standard. I play dynamic. It works for me. It makes my aim feel very sticky. We like that around here. ADS sense multiplier focus at 0.95. Transition timings on instant. I do have custom sensitivity per zoom. 0.93 on low zoom to 3 times. Anything other than that to 1.0. If I'm sniping, I want a faster ADS. When I'm using like VOK, stuff like that, whatever, Choreo, Eagle Eye, 2.5 optic, anything with that like mid low range zoom, I want that slower. I want precision there. Target aim assist obviously is on. Aim assist types can be default. Switching to Black Ops for grippier aim is shit. If you're playing multiplayer, that's real. If you're solely going after Warzone, you want default 100%. Going over to gameplay, I use auto tac sprint. I know that slide canceling isn't exactly how it was. I still use auto tac sprint. Slide maintain sprint. This setting is massive. That's why they moved it to the top. It used to not be at the top. This is what makes all the little nerds you see on TikTok look like demons, and it makes them look so fast. You can be in a full tac sprint slide and come out of a short slide still in a full tac sprint. It maintains your momentum through the slide. It is a huge setting for movement. You will break cameras with that setting. Make sure you have that on. Obviously, auto move forward is going to be off. Slide only. If you have it set to slide dive, you're a bot, bro. I'm telling you, setting it slide only takes all the delay out of the slide completely out, so you slide faster. It's more responsive to the controller, and if you're still diving in this game, it's that you're selling yourself. When you dive, you hit the ground, there's that lag. It's not the same as sliding. You can't really dive and shoot. You can slide and shoot, though, and you can break cameras with a slide. You're not diving past someone to break their camera and turning on them. That's not happening. Plunging underwater is going to be free. Parachute automatic behavior, go ahead and set that to off so you can get to the ground faster. I don't think there's any other crazy settings. Prioritize interact. Apply all on plates. You can cancel the animation. C4 detonation grouped. Akimbo behavior independent. You can put it to paired. I prefer independent, so it's per trigger you pull. That's everything for controller. If you have any questions on that, hit me in the comments, but that should be like to a T. That should be what you need. If you want to tune your aim, though, if you want to fine tune your aim, I have a video breaking down the actual aim assist of this game, how it works, how you can abuse it, how you get better. I do it in the firing range. It's very easy to follow, so go on the channel, check that out, my aim assist tutorial. Getting over to graphics, I use PC speaker. I used headphones for a while. A lot of people said I should be using PC speaker. I do hear a ton of footsteps. But with the Astro A40s, I wear A40s. I have the mix amp. I've never had a problem with footsteps in COD ever. Even when this game first came out and everyone was talking about how bad the audio was, I never had a problem with it with the Astros. Phenomenal headset. Speaker, this is set to default, but it's whatever. It's just PC settings. I don't think there's anything like proximity chat. It's on right now. Usually I'll turn it off low key because it gets mad annoying. I like the death comms. I just don't like the entire proximity chat 'cause people like have like their siblings in the room blaring like Bluey and shit on their tablets. It's mad annoying. Hit marker sound effects, Modern Warfare. That's really it for this on the show more on volumes. Gameplay music volumes off, dialogue volumes at 40, so I can hear callouts, but they're not going to drown out footsteps. Effects volumes at 100, cinematic music, war tracks, all that's off. Going over to graphics, I'm just going to kind of scroll through these quickly, briefly. NVIDIA reflex low latency. If you're on PC, if you do not have a 3080 Ti or higher, with this being said, a 3080 Ti, a 4080 or 4090, anything under like the 4080, 3080 Ti, anything like that, just put on plus boost. If you have the 3080 Ti, the 3090, the 48, whatever, 4080, 4090, you want this set to on. Basically, the lower specs your PC is going to be on plus boost, but if you have a solid rig and you put on plus boost on, you will throttle your GPU. Undoubtedly, you will get worse performance. I know that sounds crazy, but trust on that. 100% good PCs on, poo-poo PCs on plus boost, 100%. And if you're like, oh, my computer's super raw, like I need to put it on just on, you're selling yourself short. If you do not have the 3080 Ti, 3090, 4080, 4090, anything under that 3070, 4070, anything, chop it, bro, on plus boost, okay? Custom frame limit is set to whatever my monitor is, 250. Quality, custom, I'm just gonna kind of scroll through this. I really don't care about like how great the game looks. I'm not playing this game for the aesthetic. I'm playing this game to absolutely fry foreheads. So I'm trying to give myself the best possible advantage for FPS. Field of view is 120 affected. Make sure you're putting it on affected 120. A lot of people go 110. I play on 1440p. So with 120 on 1440, in reality, that's 110 frames, okay? Realistically, I'd like it to be a full 120, but the boost you get from using 1440 in terms of being able to see is incredible. So I do rock 1440. I highly recommend always setting this to 120, though. If you're on 1440 and you go to 110, you're really playing on 100 FOV. You're selling yourself short there. Weapon field of view, set that to wide. World motion blur, weapon motion blur off, film grain off. It used to be like 0.1 would give you more frames. It's not like that anymore. Camera movement least on everything. Inverted flashbang on, turns your screen black rather than white. Gang, that is it. Those are these settings. That wraps up everything in 10 minutes. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, man. I need you to hit the sub button. Crush that like button. I'll catch you on Rebirth Island April 3rd. Let's get it.